Hey, good news everybody, we're having a sales contest and you get to decide the prize. Stay tuned. Greetings everyone, Jeff Shore back with you in another episode of the 5-Minute Sales Training. I want to tell you right now, you don't need your manager to hold a contest. No, you can hold your own. Now today's episode, you're going to need some props. First thing you're going to need is one of those cheesy wall calendars with a thermometer that shows you how close you're getting to the goal. Second thing you're going to need is one of those travel posters. You know, the old school posters that show you the exotic destination that you want to travel to? Now you need those two things for sure, but there's a third thing you will need if you really want to get the most out of that episode, and that is that you need to be seriously stressed out. Okay, so how does this contest work? Well, let's start with the fun part. First thing you got to do is think about your perfect place in a dream vacation spot. Just get the picture in the mind. No. That's my dream vacation. You can't have it. Come up with your own. All right, you got a cool place in mind that you want to visit? Here's what you want to do first. Block off some time on your calendar. Seriously, right now, in the next 12 months, block off some time in your calendar, as much time as you want to take for your vacation. Just block it off right now and put in your time off request. You can fill out that form right now if that's what you do in your organization. Send the email, whatever it is, but block it off right now. Hey, look, you can always pull it back if you decide not to take it, but you can't decide last minute you're going to take a bunch of time off. Block off your vacation time right now. Now ask the question, who do you want to take on this dream trip? Never a bad idea to consider taking your family, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe it's the girls' trip over here or the guys' trip. Maybe it's a bunch of friends from college. I don't know what it is, but decide who you want to take on this journey with you. And not just the journey of the trip, but the journey of what it's going to take to get the trip. Okay, we've done all that? Cool. Next step, you got to drop a budget. Get a sense in your head of what this is going to cost you. You want to take a family of 4 to Disney World for a week? Better drop 10 grand on that one. If you're a little less ambitious and you just want to go with your parents to the Iowa State Fair, you can budget about $300, assuming you can get your parents to pay for everything else. If you got a budget in mind, now what you need to do is you need to turn that budget into sales. That is, how many sales will it take in order to collect that much more incremental income? Now, of course, you got to calculate out what the tax man is going to take out of your gross. You got to get to the net. But ultimately, you need to ask yourself the question, how many sales do I need to make? So if you say that your budget is $6,000 and you're making $2,000 a sale, that means you need 3 incremental sales. All right, we're almost done. All you have to do now is figure out a time frame that it'll take you to make those sales. So if you've looked at it and you said, I need to make 3 extra sales and I'm going to give myself 90 days to do it. Now look, these are incremental sales, which means you already have your quota, your goal, what you need to make just to be able to meet your numbers and to be able to make your regular expenses. But now you're going to look at it, you're going to say, hey, listen, if I get to this level, guess what happens? We're taking this trip. That's what happens. This is what we're going to do. And now I want to bring people in around me. I want to talk to my family about it. I want to put that chart up on the wall and we'll fill it in every time we make a sale. My wife and I did this a few years ago. We decided on our 30th anniversary we were going to spend a few weeks in Europe. But what we said was the quality of the trip is going to depend on how much our sales were in the first 6 months of that year. If the sales were really off, we'd still go to Europe for 3 weeks, but we'd stay in hostels and we'd eat the cheapest food that we could find. But every step that we made on our own sales, we increased the value of the trip. And we said, if we have a really phenomenal sales rate in those first 6 months, we're going to stay at the Four Seasons Hotel and we're going to eat wherever we want. And I got to tell you, it was a great trip and a lot of fun to do that as a collaborative opportunity. Listen, you don't have to sit around and wait for your manager to tell you what your vacation is going to look like. Set the time right now, set a budget, set a goal, and hold your own sales contest. It'll mean so much more to you if you're the person who makes this happen. Just a little tip for you to keep your sanity, to keep you motivated, and to keep you doing your best work. Because we always say at the 5-Minute Sales Training, learn more to earn more.